Kamala Harris loses it and completely just screams at the hecklers in the crowd. Unbelievable, guys.
Thank you very much. So this outfit, you know, is when he called us all garbage. How stupid. What a stupid word. That blows deplorable away, don't you think?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Donald Trump is hitting back.
Donald Trump has no character. He doesn't give a damn about the Latino community. He's failed businessman. He only cares about the billionaire friends he has and accumulating wealth for those at the top.
On the other hand, Donald Trump's answer to financial pressures is for you to face the same deal.
No, he says immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country. Give me a break. He wants to do away with the birthright citizenship. Who the hell has said that in the last 100 years? And just the other day, a speaker at his rally called Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage. Well, let me tell you something. I don't know the Puerto Rican that I know, or Puerto Rico where I'm in my home state of Delaware. They're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization of Latinos is unconscionable, and it's un-American. It's totally contrary to everything we've done, everything we've been.
Holy cow. So we're all garbage, according to Joe Biden. Wow. Oh boy, Kamala Harris. She gets shut down again by hecklers, guys. We got to talk about these Atlas poll data. This Atlas poll data that has come out, guys. Some of the most accurate poll data that we saw back in 2020. It has now been released for 2024. And this is the most accurate poll data that we're going to get until November 5th.
I am not looking to score political points. I am looking to make progress.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kamala Harris at her North Carolina rally gets interrupted by many hecklers in the crowd during this rally. And in addition to that, later on, we have some breaking news on poll data. In fact, the poll data that I'm going to be sharing with you guys is from Atlas Intel, and these are regarded as some of the most accurate polls because if you think about it, these are the final 2024 polls, and you know they were from the most accurate 2020 pollster just 4 years ago. And well, the poll data from Atlas Intel is going to shock you guys. Stay tuned for that.
Of course, I thought irredeemable when she said deplorable or irredeemable. I thought irredeemable was actually worse, but deplorable seemed to catch up. But this garbage stuff blows it away. So I'm in this beautiful plane. I'm enjoying myself. I have a wonderful suit on. And one of my people came in and said, "Sir, you know, the word garbage is the hottest thing right now out there. The hottest thing out there. Sir, would you like to drive a garbage truck?" Now, we're about, 30 minutes from landing. We had to do this pretty quick. I said, "It's sort of cool, though, isn't it?" Because, And I said, I think that's okay, but, I don't feel comfortable wearing a suit. And they pulled up this garbage truck. I don't know how the hell they did it so fast. I have very capable people. They put a big sign on the truck. Did you see it? I think they showed it. And then they said, "Sir, we have a vest." I said, "Well, should I leave my suit on and put it over the vest?" But that doesn't look very good, right? That doesn't look good. So I said, "All right, look, let me take it off." And then I actually said, I climbed into the truck, but so I said, "How the hell do you get into this truck? It's way up high. It's a big one." This was a beauty. I said, "You didn't have to buy it that big, right? You have to get it that big?" They brought this brand new, gorgeous truck, wonderful driver. He looked like Cary Grant in his prime. You know who that is? This beautiful driver. And he drove that big thing up. And I said, man, this is bad, because now I have all the cameras are all what did look at all the fake news. They were most of them.
All the fake news.
No, most of them, many of them were there, and I'm saying, oh boy, you know, one little mistake with these guys and your political career is over.
You're done.
Can't even. So I said, man, if I don't get up there, this is going to be very embarrassing. These stupid people, they'll say, he's cognitively and physically impaired. And I can't do that when I'm alongside of this great athlete. I got to get up to that. So look, the first stair is like up here. I'm saying, shit. So I had the adrenaline going and I made it.
Wow, big up to Donald Trump. I'm pretty impressed that his suit pants didn't rip on the way up. That's a pretty high step there.
How do you like my garbage truck? This truck is in honor of Kamala and Joe Biden.
Is answering some questions from reporters.
Joe Biden to make that statement, it's really a disgrace.
Way to clap back against Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, in spite of what has happened most recently at the Madison Square Garden rally. And what is Joe Biden doing here? This is so cringy. Joe Biden is like biting the baby's thigh. Like, you want to talk about JD Vance and Donald Trump being weird? Look at this weird photo of Joe Biden biting into this baby's leg. I mean, unbelievable. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. By the way, if you haven't already, please take a second, hit the like button for the video. Don't forget to subscribe. So the New York Times reports Joe Biden appears to insult Trump supporters as garbage, but then quickly tries to clarify. In a posting on social media, President Joe Biden said he was talking about the racist language, not Donald Trump supporters. But that's not what I heard. What did you guys hear? But I also want you guys to look at this. Look at this here, guys. This is from whitehouse.gov. And just the other day, a speaker at his rally called Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage. Well, let me tell you something. I don't know that Puerto Rican that I know, or a Puerto Rico where I'm in my home state of Delaware. They're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. Look at this apostrophe here. As if this is to indicate supporters, like an owner perspective, meaning they added this apostrophe that should not be here. The White House added this apostrophe. This is why you can't even trust these folks, right? They added this apostrophe to cover up what Joe Biden actually said. He said Donald Trump supporters are garbage. But then he puts this apostrophe S here, which makes it seem like he's referring to the supporters who own garbage. It's like, come on, guys, stop it. Stop it. Or as if he was referring to Donald Trump supporters garbage, not that the supporters themselves are garbage. I know. And then, of course, you got Karine Jean-Pierre trying to cover up Joe Biden's complete screw up of this.
Thank you, Karine. First on the comments last night, was the president aware in the moment, as soon as he had made those comments, that they could potentially be misconstrued and be problematic, or was it only after conversations with aides?
I'm not going to get into a process. I think what's important is the president put out a statement and wanted to make sure that he clarified himself, clarified what he meant here, and this is something that he wanted to do. And that's what you saw from this president.
What I think here is so funny is, number one, not only is Karine Jean-Pierre wearing a beautiful medley of blue and green. I don't know where she got this idea to wear this color combination here, but she immediately comes out with these lies. And I'm really impressed with her ability to come up with these lies on the spot, on her feet. In fact, I think she's actually sharper than Kamala Harris, because she can just kind of come up with these lies on the spot, and she'll gaslight people, but she does it more smoothly than Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris, she'll gaslight people, she'll lie to people, but people see right through it. With Karine Jean-Pierre, it's a little bit more subtle, it's more smooth with it. But then, now that I think about it, this blue and green ensemble kind of reminds me of what Vivek Ramaswamy was wearing just the other day, or actually earlier today, when he actually was helping out with the garbage. So maybe that's where she got this idea from.
All right, let's do it, man. I got it. Yeah. Tell me, what are we doing here? Okay. Right up to here.
Around. Pretty much right there. Always lift the lid open.
Wait, is it on? Yeah. All right, sweet. Lift open, and then what are we doing?
So Vivek is apparently operating this garbage truck as well. But if you guys notice, I mean, there's quite a bit of a similarity in colors here between Vivek. You see, he's got this this neon green. Let me go back a little bit. He's got this neon green vest, the same vest that Donald Trump's wearing. Actually, not. It's a little bit different, but a similar vest, but it's green and blue. So I don't know if Karine Jean-Pierre is taking fashion advice from Vivek Ramaswamy, but I just thought I'd mention that.
Last night, and I think that's important to note. I would also say, and I said this already, and I'll say it again, from day one, this president has always said that he will be president for all Americans. It doesn't matter if you voted for him or not, and that continues to be the case. He was making a particular point, a specific point about a comedian and the hateful rhetoric that was heard by all of us on Sunday, but I'm not going to get into the back and forth. I think what's important to note is that the president himself wanted to clarify this.
There have been a few times when the president...
I just think it's so funny how the Democratic Party, they had an opportunity to try to capitalize on Donald Trump's comedian who went rogue and said some jokes that some people found funny, other people found offensive. But this was their opportunity to try to pounce on Donald Trump. But it seems like Joe Biden actually is teaming up with Donald Trump, because it was like 30 seconds of, you know, them attacking Donald Trump, and then all of a sudden Joe Biden comes out of the woodwork here and literally steals the spotlight from both Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, steals it for himself. And now everyone's talking about Joe Biden's garbage comment. And then you got Karine Jean-Pierre standing up here trying to clean up the mess. I think it's classic.
The president has spoken off the cuff and appeared to be off message or had comments that have needed to be walked back or cleaned up. And I'm wondering, going into this final very high stakes stretch of the election, if there's going to be any changes to preparation or format for any of the final events that he's going to be participating in.
The president looks forward to being out there talking to the American people. You heard me talk about yesterday and how important that was, $3 billion in port infrastructure funding that's going to make a difference in 27 states. 11 of them are red states. This is what the president cares about, to deliver for all Americans. And so that was an event, that was a great event.
Just address the president's comments yesterday, referring to Trump supporter as garbage. And I know he's tried to clarify that he's trying to talk about what the person said. But one, I guess I want to know, does he think less of Americans who support Trump than he does of those who do not? And two, why is he using that kind of rhetoric? How is that presidential?
So a couple of things. So just to clarify, he was not calling Trump supporters garbage, which is why this is why he wanted to make sure that we put out a statement that clarified what he meant and what he was trying to say. And so just want to make that very clear for folks who are watching. And I just want to...
By clarify, do you mean lie?
Read that out to folks. So he was regarding to the comedian, and I quote, "I refer to the hateful rhetoric about Puerto Rico spewed by Trump's supporter at his Madison Square Garden rally as garbage, which is the only word I can think of to describe it. His demonization of Latinos is unconscionable. That's all I meant to say. The comments at the rally don't reflect who we are as a nation. And to your question, your other question that you asked, no, he does not view Trump supporters or anybody who supports Trump as garbage. That is not what he views. The president has said this for more than 3 years now. He has said multiple times that he is a president for all. It doesn't matter if you live in a red state. It doesn't matter if you live in a blue state. He has said this himself. I have said it on his behalf. He believes that he's a president for all. And
well, there you have it, guys. You got Kamala. You have Corinne Jean-Pierre coming up. She's the legit garbage woman. She comes out of the woodwork to clean up the mess. She cleans up Joe Biden's messes. She cleans up Kamala Harris's messes. And I think that this uniform that she's wearing today, this ensemble, this wonderful medley of green and blue, is perfect for her today. She is the garbage woman. And of course, we have to talk about these Atlas Intel polls, guys. The Atlas Intel poll data is out for 2024. These are regarded as the most accurate 2024 polls that we have available here. Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump in swing states for 2024 in a head-to-head race between Harris and Trump. Who would you vote for? Well, here we have the most recent details on this. Looks like North Carolina, Kamala Harris is sitting at 48.9%, Donald Trump at 48.4%. Looks like Georgia, Kamala is sitting at 47.5%, Donald Trump's at 50.9%. And I'm just going to go down the line from here and just kind of call it as I see it. So basically, Kamala's winning on, according to the details here in the polls, for North Carolina, but Trump is winning for Georgia. Trump's winning for Arizona. Trump is winning for Nevada. Trump is winning in Wisconsin. Trump is winning for Michigan, and Trump is winning for Pennsylvania right now. And it looks like Kamala Harris is only winning in North Carolina by a very, very small margin. Now, of course, undecided voters can literally sway this election one way or the other. If you kind of look in between, this is how much voting power the undecided voters have. So definitely a very, very close race. For those of you guys who have not yet voted, please go out there and vote. I've already voted. Do not feel like, well, Donald Trump's winning in most of these swing states here, I don't need to vote. Wrong. You will wake up on November 5th, November 6th, very disappointed if you find out that your candidate did not win and you did not vote to help him out. Okay. But as you can see here, for the presidential elections, Donald Trump sitting here at 49.5% with Kamala Harris at 47%. It's a win for Donald Trump, but it's still very, very close. It's a very narrow voting gap here. And again, this is Atlas Intel. Undecided voters can make a huge difference here. So again, if you haven't already voted, please get out there, and not just you, ring your neighbor's doorbell, get your coworker out there, get your mom, get your dad, your friends, your children, get your parents out there. We need to get folks out here voting because this thing is way too close. And the goal was to make it too big to rig, but this thing is close.
And I pledge to you, I will listen to experts. I will listen to those impacted by the decisions I make and to people who disagree with me.
Watch Kamala Harris completely lose control during this rally.
We're fighting. Hey, everybody. right. You know, see, this is the thing, because we know we're actually fighting for a democracy. And unlike Donald Trump, I don't believe people who disagree with me are the enemy. He wants to put them in jail. I'll give them a seat at the table. So, North Carolina, I am asking for your vote. I am asking for your vote. And here is my pledge to you. As your president, I pledge to seek common ground and common sense solutions to the challenges you face.
And well, guys, I mean, we covered a lot tonight, but let me know what you guys think about this. Also, do not forget to hit the like button for the video, subscribe to the channel, check out my previous video right here. Go ahead and click on that next, watch that video next, and I'll see you guys on the next one.